Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Agony. It is time for the weekly feedback stream. Everybody get nice and cozy and comfortable. I'm gonna start listening to some tunes. Yeah, sorry a little late. I was having trouble with this fucking software. I think I get it now. I'm sad that I can't stream on TikTok still. It says that I need to like apply or something. And I did. So I thought I already applied to stream, but I guess they declined it or something. But it's whatever. Yes, hello. So guys, we're just starting, so if you're tuning in now, better send a track in before it's too late. Alright. First up, we got Avada. Avada, I saw you on the comp that I was on. Good shit, brother. What's up, New Chronos? Yeah, now it's sick. There's not a lot to say about this one. You guys are already fucking killing it. The song, it's just like a rhythm song again. I appreciate the nice like percussive-y clap. What's up, Avada? Actually tuned in just in time. I like the clappy kind of percussive snare sound. I always like those. I prefer those over a lot of other sounds. They sound really unique and cool. I commend that you did that. I think the mixing could be better on that percussive. I'm gonna call it like a rim shot. I think that would be like easier to reference, but the mixing on that could be better. I think you're just using like regular sidechain, like you're just ducking the volume whenever it hits, and I don't think that's necessarily something you should be doing on like a rim shot like that. Rim shots are very like mid heavy, as you're hearing with that, and when you duck the volume all around that, it's like too much ducking. It's ducking the bass too much. It's ducking the stereo and all the other instruments too much. I think you could lay off the ducking a lot, and you could probably even do like ring mod sidechain for just that, and that could be it. And if you want to be more punchy and louder, you could just turn it up. Something like that I think is really simple. You don't have to overthink it a lot. I think it would sound good with like the bass there. Like some basic ring mod sidechain, just duck it a little bit. It's fine. I think your kick sounds good. I like how it sounds like it's rounded off. I like those kind of sounds where it sounds like it's really distorted, but it's like low pass or something. It's like that rounded off kick sound. I don't hear that much sub on the kick though. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but it's okay, I guess. I think I would like it just a little lower in pitch. You could probably pitch that down, just like straight up pitch it, or I guess you could frequency shift it. That works too. frequency shifting kicks and shit. As far as sound design goes, I think it's pretty generic. I like the tonality of it, but I hear a lot of rhythm that sounds just like this. And what separates this rhythm, the song you made, versus the stuff that's really popular and big is, well, I mean, there's a lot of popular rhythm songs that are like this. They have the same timbre, and they don't have that much variation. But how many semitones should I try pitching the kick down? You should pitch down until it sounds like more thumpy. Just play with it. If you end up not liking it, you can try a different method or just not do it entirely. But it's really your judgment. I think probably frequency shifting would be better, turn on it very slightly. Yeah, so rhythm, I always say this, it's hard to stand out with just making what everybody else is making. I want to hear some variation. You heard me say this a million times. I like variation in rhythm, call and responses, be cheeky with it, add some familiar voice lines maybe that could help. It's good sound design, just like I hear a lot. Square 4 shit. The other thing too is that this song is pretty empty. It feels like there's not a lot to the song just in general. It's really just drum loop and then bass loop. That's what it feels like. If you had like a dubstep pack and you took like a drum loop and then you put in the bass loop in the same project, that's what this sounds like. I'm not saying that that's what you did, but it sounds like there's not any other instruments that are playing or complementing the mix, the basses, or anything else. It just sounds like that. So for that reason, it's good production, but it's not anything special to me. I would hear the song and kind of pass it off. But I do like the little rim shot thing you're doing. That's pretty cool. You changed the timbre in the second part. I think the timbre should be changing a lot more, just frequently. In the timbre changes should be way more noticeable. Also, this is a more of a minor note, but I think your sub bass is lacking. Your sub bass volume is okay, but what I'm saying is that like it's getting saturated a lot, so all those other higher harmonics in the sub are kind of taking up all the loudness in the sub, and so the actual fundamental frequency is kind of low relative to its harmonics. The simple fix could just be like getting an EQ and boosting the very low sub in the master, or just like ducking the muddy parts of the mix, or it could just be in the actual sub VST you're using. You could just get a sub or put the first harmonic, make it louder. You could just do that. That could probably work. But I don't like that saturated low sub sound because it sounds really weak and muddy, and it sounds it's like a very noob thing to do. To have your sub be that distorted. Your fundamental should always be a little bit louder than everything else, all the other harmonics. I think your use of bass fills are really messy. Your bass fills should have a bit more intent behind them. The bass fills you have are just kind of messy and they're doing whatever. Have them complement the rhythm you have more. It should be like wah, 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 like quarter notes, and then the fill should feel like it has a rhythm in it. It's okay sometimes to not have it be like a rhythmic fill or something, but it should feel like it's part of the bass loop and that it's adding some rhythmic element, like maybe it's doing 16th notes or something, instead of just randomness. As cool as it sounds, those bass fills usually sound pretty cool, and you usually do like granular shit. But if you're more intentional with it, it'll sound a lot better and it'll pay off. So you could just like scrub through whatever if you have like a sample that you made out of it. That's all I have to really say about this. Really good job. I think your execution's pretty up there, and I mean you got in the same comp that I got on for Ryan Lex, so yeah, good shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad about my release, dude. That song was gonna release in like 2021. That song was released 4 years ago. That was gonna be a Phase One collab. But yeah, it didn't happen. I think it was weird too because it sounded like that other, what is it, Avoidable Cause, Inevitable Outcome, or whatever. That was gonna be the song, and I was like, huh, it kind of sounds like Inevitable Outcome. I don't know why you would want to make another song that sounds kind of like that. Where do you send music? It's on Patreon for free, so if you join as a free member, you should have access to it. The little form. It's a little form I post in the Patreon. Thank you, Avada. Yeah, a lot of... Dude, Company rejected me. Or no, Company was gonna release something. He like sent me stems and everything. We were sending demos back and forth, and I don't know, I just got tired of it one day and stopped responding. But it's cool, I guess. It's fine, dude. It's fine. I still want to do a club of Phase One. We still talk sometimes. We're in the talking stage still. It's okay. Yeah, that song is so old. I tried to make the mix sound a lot better, and I was like, fuck. I can't really make it that much better. Like, I didn't want to redo. I didn't want to spend that much time on it because it was already like a finished song. I just wanted to update the mix, but it's better than what it was. Making people do all that is crazy. LMAO. Okay, peace. I mean, it's up to you, man. Do you want to make better music or not? Lol. Anyways. Sons of Mayhem, yeah. I want to get on that. Damn, he hit you up for Sounds of Mayhem? That's pretty hype, dude. Okay, we're on Kaisel now. Damn, a fucking guttural impact. Damn. Oh, what the fuck? That's pretty sick. I like that. Uh, main feedback. What did you even ask for feedback for? Just mastering? Okay. Mastering wise. Very nice dynamics. Very heavy. There could be a bit more dynamics on this part. Your mastering is pretty good. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. I don't know what your master settings are. I think if you have a really short release, you could turn the release up a little bit and the attack up, make it a bit of a slower reaction. For a clipper, I would turn, if you have a knee on the clipper, I would turn the knee down. So it's gonna add high-end harmonics to stuff that isn't that loud, and you really want it to just clip things that are really bright, and those brighter things are the kick in the snare and maybe hi-hats. So just have the clipper have a short knee. Yeah, and just turn the attack and release up on the compressor, or if you limiter, just turn the release up. That's about it. I don't have anything else to say about this one. It's good, just good. Good shit, Kaizo. Next time, don't limit to just fucking the mastery. Commenting on just mastering is fucking boring, man. Unless, like, you really fucked up. Like, if you really fucked up, then maybe it's gonna be funny. Agony. How can I send you my track for you to give feedback? You join the Patreon for free. There's a forum. You can submit through there. Mecha Wolf. Is this a new thing you made? That hi-hat kind of hurts. Thank you, Neon. Oh. Now you said you wanted other feedback on this, and you didn't say what the other was. But I can just give general thoughts. That's okay. I'll see you, Basie. I'll see you. Have a good sleep. Okay, first things first. I don't like this hi hat. For this section, everything's really quiet. You know, the other things that are high have like high end instruments. It's the only thing that has any high end at all, and it's a bit ear piercing. So just turn that down, or dampen it. Turn down the high end on it. But it sticks out like crazy here. I would honestly do the latter. I would honestly just add a new instrument, probably. Like a different instrument, shakers, some kind of high-end aliasing, to break up like this very filtered feel. But then again, you don't really have a build-up yet, so I think you're kind of in that stage. Yeah, the intro is a placeholder. I like this drop a lot. That sub sounds really gritty. It sounds like everything is just, it fits really nice and neat. I feel like your sub here doesn't have a lot of processing. It sounds like it's pretty damn raw, like it's straight at the synth. Now, if it were me, if I were crazy and a little like insane, in the VST, I would make a new sine wave, and I'd turn that. I would make sure the sine wave is aligned to everything. Like everything is on zero randomness. Nothing's gonna be out of phase. I would line up the phase of this new sub I'm adding, and I would just turn it up very slightly so the first harmonic comes out a little bit more. This is what I was saying with the first submission. Is the fundamental should stick out a bit more than all the other harmonics, because it sounds like it's really saturated, but yeah, I don't like overly saturated sub basses. It sounds like it's usually a mistake, or like it's overdriven without any character or taste. It's just kind of distorted like shit. Usually hate that kind of sound. Just turn up like just get a new sub, have it be on the first harmonic, just turn up ever so slightly so the first harmonic is a bit louder than the other ones. And maybe trump the high end a little bit to compensate for the sub being louder. That would be it. That would be my fix for this. I think your master is a bit too loud too. Your mastering is pushed really harshly. I can tell whenever the sub bass cuts out, because everything else kind of gets lifted up because they have all that space that isn't being taken by the sub. Turn down the master a little bit. Don't push it that hard. I think it's probably like 2 decibels too loud, maybe. I don't know. Unless everything else is just really fucking distorted. But just turn down the master a little bit. It'll be fine. Drum mixing is great. I remember I was commenting on your drum mixing like earlier, and this is a really good job at mixing your drums. Also notice I can hear the details in the cymbals. I can hear your little offbeat hi-hat or open hat. I should be able to hear things that are quiet, but they don't take up too much space or too little. Yeah, the arrangement's great. Love the arrangement you have. Mixing, pretty damn good. It's a really dry mix. I think this style is just a bit different from what I prefer. But try out some of my suggestions and see if they sound better to you. At the end of the day, it's your judgment. Yes, every session I did 2 decibels plus on the standard clip. Maybe just turn that down. For like, okay, for clipping advice, if you want advice on like how to use a clipper properly, you want to try and avoid it doing as much as possible. You're just using it as like a shavy. Like imagine you're getting a haircut and you're getting like a flat top or something. You just want to shave the things that are peeking out a lot, and that's typically drums, transients, snares. Um, yeah, just transients, just drums usually. You want to shave it up so that the next mastering plugin in the sequence, the next mastering utility would be the limiter. So the limiter would have an easier time digesting those transients and waveforms, because your limiter isn't going to perfectly cut everything and limit everything. You want to make the limiter's job easier. And so that will allow you to have a longer release. Anything that has a longer release or attack or lower ratio is more transparent. And you want your master to sound as transparent as possible in an ideal world, while also making it as loud as possible. So that's the balance you're trying to get, is loudness and transparency. A very obvious thing, an argument I say was very obvious for loudness, is if you were to just get a clipper and turn everything up. That is just going in for loudness. But people don't like that sound because it sounds like it's shit. It sounds like it's being blown out way too much. There's a lot of things wrong with it, right? On the other hand, being too transparent would be not adding any mastering at all. Just it is the way it is. So you're trying to balance those in between. And so you have tools like limiting, like compression, like clipping, that are all there just for you. They try to bridge that gap between having it being really transparent and really compressed. So the sequence is clipper, then limiter, and in between those two, clipper and limiter, you can add anything else you want that I think would make it better. But usually it's clipper first and limiter last. Sometimes I like to add an EQ before, and it's usually like a linear EQ, or what's the other one? There's like it's a linear phase. That's no, fuck, minimal phase. That's what it is. Yeah. So it's usually like minimal phase stuff I use. I'll just boost the sub or do like very little adjustments before the actual limiter. Maybe some minor multiband dynamics, but that's usually towards the high end. I stopped doing multiband dynamics on the lows because it does fuck up the phase like a lot. So I just kind of separate the highs, because the highs you don't really ever hear like the band, because there's so many frequencies and harmonics in the high end, it doesn't really matter. So that's useful for like catching transients, or just making the highs less ear piercing. Sometimes you want spectral dynamics just to make it more smooth. It's like adding soothe. You would probably add that between there, but I always say soothe is a bad idea to add a master, because it's like a band-aid situation, a band-aid for a big giant gash in your leg. Just minor things. You want to be nice and transparent, very tiny adjustments. Don't overcompensate. Don't make it too complicated. I think it works better. Oh, stereo enhancers too. Like making something more wide. Usually a good idea to put that in between. That's really it. That's what you do for mastering. So just, take that advice, put in your master. Your master would sound less like clipped and distorted, and more like it has more air and breath, which I think is always good. And it would sound any quieter too. It would sound about the same loudness. You probably lose like maybe half an LUFS, half a LUF, but it would be worth it, definitely. I went offline for a second. Fuck. Was I saying something important? Was I saying something stupid? Oh well. All right. Well, that's all I really have to say for your thing, Mecha. You send some amazing shit in. I love it. All right, we have Shafra next. I did not hear the final feedback. Okay, well, I'll summarize it. First thing in your mastering chain, a clipper. Last thing in the mastering chain is a limiter. You should adjust the release to your liking. Blend it between having it really clipped, really loud, and really transparent. Anything between the clipper and the limiter, you can add anything you want that you think would make the mix better, but just don't make it do too much. That's my final advice. All right, we're on Shafra. Says that it's an experimental tune, so we're gonna hear something crazy. Oh shit. That's pretty nice. This sounds like very Apache vibes. Like kind of Sultan, but Apache does like more trap-esh things. Okay, let's not listen to that one. I don't like that one. That's a remix. Fuck.
But now I'll rise above you.
Having the six of us get quick, the famous shit. Come here. That's it. The grind never dies. We giving it 100 till the whole team rise. We put in work. Come on. the family full while gang.
Dude, pick a fucking genre. Holy shit. Yeah, Apache's kind of like that, Renaissance-esque, I'm gonna make a fucking cinematic dubstep song kind of guy. I think you're towards like the Middle Eastern kind of shit. I like that. But like, everything sounds really disconnected. Like, everything's being processed differently on yours. The singing guy sounds like there's like OTT on his voice or something, because he's like the same loudness the entire time. There's no dynamics. He's sitting at fucking like -6 decibels, and he's not going anywhere else. He's just sitting there. I think your drum beat's cool. I like your melody you have. Your sub sounds weird. There's Suno vocals? Damn. Yo, what's up, young slut? That's awesome. Wow. This drop sounds like it's cut up way too much. Are you using the same fucking sub patch that you sent me? Because that sub patch was probably the worst sub patch. Like, I think you put a vocoder on it or some shit. I really don't like that sub patch you have. A sub patch should be really simple and not complicated. You don't need a fucking vocoder on it. Using an 808 sample? It sounds fucking weird. It might be because you're using like some kind of warp mode. If you're using Ableton, sometimes the warp modes fuck it up. You don't want it to really warp that much. But then again, making your own 808 would probably be better. You should just, like, try and make your own in a VST. Probably a lot of presets for that too you could look at. The thing I don't like about this most is how it feels so chopped up. It feels like it's really just you cut samples up and that's it, and they don't blend together that well. Sec. It feels like every time there's a sample playing, it's like, go, stop, go, stop. Like, they're not blended at all. They're not. The phrasing is really off because some of the basses you have a lot of high end and they're really bright, and they'll have a really sharp percussive part. Like I just played guns. Like, there was just fucking tear out guns here, and it's just inconsistent as fuck. So this is the vibe you have. Okay, this is the intro. I think this part is where the idea is the most fresh and it sounds like it's more developed. But then over here, it just sounds like you're throwing things at it and seeing what sticks. It's just all over the place. Really inconsistent. You should stick to more dark sounds that don't have that much brightness. Things that are just kind of subby. I don't know, like UKG sounds I think would work better for these. One thing too is that this drop feels like it's too much like the intro. It does just sound like you have the same instruments as the intro. There's nothing really being added. You're just adding bass fills between. If you're gonna have it be the drop, add instruments that make it feel like it's the drop. You don't have like big strings playing. You don't have a lot of even Egyptian instruments playing. It just feels like the intro, but with bass loops instead. So I would honestly completely redo the drop. If you want to feel like this Egyptian song, just make a different. If you're in FL, you're on fucking Ableton. You could just drag like this entire version over and just start from scratch and try to make something bigger and not like the intro. But that would be a good starting point. I would just say redo the entire drop. Otherwise, everything else sounds really good. Good idea. Decent execution for the intro. The sub is still fucking weird. But no, it's good. Thank you for submitting. Okay, next up we have Neochrono. With the Revolution remix. You're a rapper. I do not take rapping submissions. You have to make a song. You have to be the producer. What feedback am I gonna give you as a producer? Rap better. Can you rap about something cool that I like? I can't give you good feedback. I'm sorry.
Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love.
Oh my gosh.
Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change your life.
It doesn't matter if you have a lot of chops. Like, you have to be part of the production. You can't just chop up your vocals and me give you feedback on it. It's the same shit. That's what like a singer does. They chop up their own shit. A producer mixes and masters and makes the instruments and writes the melodies and does fucking everything else. Okay, so you want to know how to follow this up. I'll give general feedback on this, and I'll say, like, give some recommendations for it. So, big things. I'm not a fan of this Reese. This Reese sounds boring as shit. I would opt for an 808 instead of this. Or if you could make the Reese somehow not boring, because it's just a low-pass fucking saw wave, man. Make it more interesting. That Reese is boring as fuck. I would use an 808, personally. I would add some instrument that adds to the vocals, because it's just the vocals and the Reese. Decorate it, add fucking whatever you want. It could be strings, it could be brass, it could be horns, just blaring in my fucking ears. You could add vocal chops. Like, there's a lot you can do in this section. It just sounds really boring and uninteresting.
So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride. There's light
This build sounds good.
on the other side. You'll see all the raindrops falling. It's a revolution, and we make it last tonight. It's a revolution.
That pre-drop is really underwhelming. It sounds just fucking...
It's a revolution.
like, it's really quiet, too, compared to everything else.
It's a revolution.
Your kick is mixed kind of poorly. Like, your kick sounds really quiet, but it sounds like it's distorting too much too at the same time. It sounds very mid-heavy too. I think you just should just replace the kick. This kick sounds like it doesn't fit. Possibly longer sidechain too.
It's a revolution.
And yeah, the drop, you already have it here. The drop is really bare bones. There's not a lot in it that's making it interesting. It just sounds like I said before, drum loop and bass loop.
It's a revolution.
For this part, if you want to make the drop like add a follow-up, I think having the drums continue, and you could just low pass the bass you have. That's one option. You could low pass the bass and have the vocals come back in. So this song probably has vocals that are that bridge between the first drop and the second drop. You can use those vocals to kind of bridge it and continue like the energy. You could make it into a sustain drop if you wanted. So you could have a really long sustain sound, and just, make it how you want.
It's a revolution.
Yeah, or just turn into the intro again. But instead of like these cinematic drums, you could just use trap drums. That's what I was to say about this drop. There's not much else to comment on. You did a good job on everything else. Sounds really good. No problems with that. Yeah, thank you for submitting Nucron. I hope that helps. Let me know if that works for you. Next up we have Culturate. Okay. I like the intro a lot. The intro is really nice. It's almost getting that territory of like a horn, just ambience kind of stuff. They added enough that it feels fresh. Interesting. I feel like some vocals would fit in here nicely to set kind of set the mood. Very Murata feeling build up where everything just kind of rises, which is okay. I don't think it stands out that much. It's like an average drop. The big thing that I have feedback for is how ear piercing these basses are. They sound like they're fucking like it's all highs, and it sounds like they're all like mono too. They feel like I feel like they're peaking at like 4K hertz somewhere along those lines. Probably a bit more towards 1K hertz. Not range, 1K to 4K. And they're just insanely loud in that region. I would turn that down. You should turn down that area. You want it to be a bit more flat and not so ear piercing. Adding some stereo wideness would also make this better. I think you just turn down the basses in general as well. You have some gun basses in there, which they sound good, but they don't sound like they're in the same bass group as like your sustain. I think you need to make them sound like they're part of the same group. Process them similarly. They should have a very similar EQ curve on them. They should both be occupying the same frequencies as each other. Like those gun basses are very scooped in the mids. They have a lot of high-end presence, and they're also very low-end heavy. And I feel like they're a bit quieter too. This section here is just super, super messy. That bass is pretty cool. It's ear piercing again though. It's not a good sign when the downbeat of your drop feels like it's going to be like 4/4 regular pattern. You have a kick on 1 and a snare on 3 kind of pattern, and then you switched up halfway through the bar. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it just fucking erupts. Like like, see how it just kind of goes like crazy. If you want this to have a really complex rhythm to it, you gotta lead the listener into it and not just start it like that. It needs to be something that I can latch onto and then I can like headbang to. That's why I always say in the build-up you want to tease the bass or something, kind of get the listener into that mode. But my impression when I hear this drop first, I'm headbanging, expecting the kick to be on 1, the clap to be on 3, snare, whatever. And it just doesn't go that way, and then I get confused of when to headbang. When is the beat? And it's unsatisfactory when that happens. I feel like I'm getting confused and I don't know what's going on. I think this whole section you should just redo. This is a big giant mess. Your kick is way too busy in this section too. It's just too much. So that's all the pick I have for this. Thank you for submitting. Next up, we're on to Basty. Oh, you did a video on Chroma. Sweet. System, you can join my Patreon for free, and you can go onto the forum in the Patreon that I posted. You can submit through there.
Trust me, I know how you're feeling. Close your eyes and just feel. 'Cause that means there's new beginnings. It's a desert of dreams. It's a desert of dreams. Trust me, I know how you're feeling. Close your eyes and just feel. 'Cause that means there's new beginnings. It's a desert of dreams. It's a desert.
The Vexy clap again.
Trust me, I know how you're feeling. Close your eyes and just feel. 'Cause that means there's new beginnings. It's a desert of dreams.
Going to the house?
It's a desert of dreams. Trust me, I know how you're feeling. Close your eyes and just feel. 'Cause that means there's new beginnings. It's a desert of dreams. It's a desert.
Nice. I like that a lot. You want to be like on mainly button, please, SoundCloud. The thing won't go away. I click the X and it's not going away. I can't interact with this entire fucking thing. Sick fucking website. Okay, my favorite for this, the sub bass is too loud. And I can hear it modulating everything. The drums sound crisp and clean and sexy. I love them. The sub doesn't initially sound like it's bad. It just sounds like it's too loud. You're probably pushing it just a little bit too hard. I want the high end to be cleaner than this. So yeah, just turn down the clipping on this and it would sound good. Very nice though, very nice mixing. Vexy clap for the win again. Writing's really good. Yeah, just everything good. I don't have anything to say about this, man. Just that one comment on the clipping. Good shit, as always. Alright, we got Hayato. And they want feedback on mixing and sound design. Or mastering and sound design. Sure thing, buddy. I do not like this sound. like this kind of flanger thing though. Not a fan of that granular sound. It sounded like it was just fading in and fading out. Whoa, really muddy here. Damn. Oh, okay. All right. Oh my fucking gosh. Holy fuck. Oh my gosh. The most obnoxious motherfucker to mix things. Okay. Dude, you need like a whole chorus on mixing, because this is too much. You're distorting things like crazy, you're clipping things like crazy. Your stereo balance is absolutely abysmal. Like your sub is actually panning from left and right. Like what you have a tremolo happening on your sub. You're also having like this weird effect where you have a frequency so low, and it's so loud, so low frequency and so loud, it's like clipping the master and like creating this DC offset sound. Gosh, yeah, your fucking bass sounds like it's just being blown out to shit. Like, it doesn't sound good. And your sidechain's too long. I was kind of impressed with like your clap thing. Like that sounds really, that's the weird thing. It sounds really clean in here. I was like, damn, that sounds like I'm biting something. I'm biting into a fucking cookie or something. And for the love of all that's holy, please stop switching the snare, rim, clap around every 2 seconds. Just stick with one of them. It's fine. You deadass have like 5 different snares, claps, fucking rim shots in here. The worst thing in this is your sound design. I think your mixing is second. The worst thing is the sound design. It's very noisy, very blown out, very distorted. You're having a hard time with how to distort things properly, when you should stop distorting it, and what things in the frequency range that you want to distort. You don't obviously want to distort the sub that much. You want the sub to be clean, okay? You don't want the highs to be this crunchy. You want to have room for mids. You want your mids to be present and tonal and full of character, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Your mixing is second worst because everything is super inconsistent. A lot of your sounds just sound like they're loud 1 second and quiet in the other. That's partially to do with sound design, I have to say. For example, your drums are pretty consistent, but even they lack a lot. Your kick sounds like it's being blown out to shit somehow, but also like really quiet and not present in the mix. It sounds like you're just mastering everything really loud. You're clipping everything. And like I said before, like right here, maybe? No, it's right here. Like your sub is literally bouncing from my left ear to my right ear. That should never happen. You are the reason why people say you should make your sub mono, is because you're doing this crazy thing. I don't know what exactly you're doing, but it's happening. Just start from the basics on mixing. Don't overdo anything. Don't overcompensate. Be as minimal as possible. Less is always more. You can make if you gave me the stems of the song, if you gave me this product file, and I could guarantee I would make a better mix down with just my faders and an EQ than you can do with any other plugin combined. I can make a better mix with just faders and an EQ and just turning up the volume than you can. Like, I'm saying that it's all with where you position your faders, how loud everything is, what you're boosting and what you're cutting, and that would be it. Hell, I probably could do a better job with just the faders, just turning up and down the volume. So focus on those things first. Those are the utmost importance. Learning how to actually fade things in, how loud everything should be, and EQing. Don't touch distortion. Leave distortion alone. Until you can master those things and you have a lot of control over that, then you can start making this. Like, listen to this bass. What character does this bass have? It has low end and high end. The high end might as well just be noise. The low end might as well just be noise. What is the character of this bass? What in this bass is interesting? And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm trying to bring the point home that there's a severe problem in your approach to making music. A good start too would just be turning down your master like all the way. Try to make your mix sound like it's mastered before it hits the master. Like, it should sound amazing before you do any master effects. That's all the feedback I really have for you. I know Terra isn't like your main genre of music, but still, anyone who makes a different genre of music should know these things and should know that they're distorting their sub or something too much. Yeah, for sure. Feel free to send me some more. I do this weekly, so yeah, thank you for submitting. And Yar. On to the next one. I feel like I was like too mean for a sec. I'm glad that you're not taking it a mean way. W for you. Weidelin? That's how I pronounce it. I want feedback on everything. Ah, well, if I called your name correctly, I guess that's how I pronounce it. Oh shit. What's the thing off on this? That transition was really rough. And this pad sounds like it's out of key. Yeah, that pad's totally out of key.
Need your touch.
I'll be more in depth once this is done. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna add a compressor. I thought I added one so that it would duck, but I guess it wasn't really doing that. I don't know why. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there we go. I think it's working now. Okay, yeah. It's ducking properly. Okay, I was saying this pad is out of key. I like this intro. This intro is nice. I think it gets a little cheesy and kind of weird, though. I like your drop. Your drop is definitely the strongest part of this. Your intro and breakdown are really iffy. Gosh, I want to like this intro, but that fucking pad is annoying the shit out of me. It sounds really out of key. Yeah, it's the same pad. It sounds out of key. Your progression is cheesy, but you have good arrangement. Your arrangement's good. Your piano just sounds cheesy and the pad is out of key. And this fucking synth sounds cheesy as hell. Opt for a more minimal sound. Don't make it like insanely reverbed, or at least actually you could get a reverb that isn't so big. There's different types of reverb you can get. You can get a reverb with a small size. Usually reverb plugins, they have like a size knob you can change. Make it like a small size so it feels like it's in a smaller space. Some of them have a setting called diffuse. Diffuse is basically how many... My gosh, how the fuck do I explain this? It's like how clean the reverberations are. Like a lower diffusion would be like I can hear each and every bounce of audio. Higher diffusion means there's a lot of bounces and it's kind of like blurring together. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Like it's more blurred with a higher diffuse. If you turn on the diffusion, I think it'll sound nicer and more natural. Decay, well, decay would go along with size, so yes, turn decay down, the size down a little bit. Do it to your liking, though. I mean, also your synth too. If you have like a decay synth, ADSR, turn down the release, make it pluckier. Your decay, your release. So here it feels like it has a long decay, like it's flowing. I feel like I'm speaking stupid right now. I'll just say it like this, okay? Make this part, the intro part of this synth, really plucky and short, like a staccato. And then as it goes on to the drop, open it up, make it kind of get longer and longer. And then here it can be tight again, no reverb, and then the drop continues. I think I got what I wanted to say without sounding like a fucking idiot. Melodic writing sounds better in the drop than in this part. Yeah, your arrangement's good. Your melodic writing is cheesy still. Your drop sounds really good. Nice and thick. Very clean. My main gripe is with the mastering. Your mastering is kind of bad. It feels bare bones, like a bare bones master, which isn't a bad thing, but you are making that bare bones master do a lot of work for you. Your master shouldn't sound this aggressive. It's really, really clipped, really oversaturated. Like everything sounds like it's being distorted by the low end. So turn the master down. I think if you took the high end up, boosted the high end, use like a non-linear filter, or sorry, not a fucking linear phase filter, or a minimal phase filter, just turn the high end up a little bit, I think it'd be fine. I want to drop 2 to be more savage. The easiest way to make it sound more savage is to add a respace that has nice high end. That's a bit more complicated though. That's for like people who have done drum bass for a long time. Talking about people like Noisia, like Mefjus, like the Caracol project, where they are very, very familiar with resound design and making it really heavy sounding. But a respace with like some square waves, a little bit of sine wave or saw wave in it to make it some gritty, a lot of distortion, a lot of filtering would probably be what you want. Cohen sound. They use a lot of band passes, so if you add like a respace, make it nice and gnarly and distorted, just bandpass it and high pass it so it still fits with your main bass, but you're adding like vowel movement, if that makes sense. I mean, you feel it's more energetic, which I assume you're asking which one feels more energetic. The second drop feels more energetic to me. This sounds nice and minimal, but still hype. Your hi-hats are just faster in this one. If you have faster hi-hats, it's going to feel more intense. Big thing, though. You need to turn on the master. The master should be more transparent. This is too harsh and distorted. Yeah, it's good. Good shit. Your arrangement's good. It's like the best thing about that. Thank you for submitting. Huge W. Okay, fucking Young Slut submitted. Okay, yeah, I just used the Ozone and Pro on the master. Yeah, turn down the gain, probably. Start with just limiter, and then see and other stuff makes it better. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Anyways, Young Slut submitted. They said that they are a rapper. I'm not going to review it because they didn't produce the fucking song, but we will listen to it very abruptly. I mean very abruptly. How did 3 people work on this song? Vampire Bitch, mixed by Fang Made Soso, and then produced by 333 Evo. Holy fuck, man. How did 3 people listen to that and think it's good? Everything's wrong with that. It's an instrument loop. You have distorted ass vocals, can't tell what the fuck you're saying. And it's just shit. Let's be honest here. Yes, Kaisel, you were like the second person I did feedback on. Oh, we have Weidelin again. It's the same fucking song. Alright, we'll skip that. Alright, we got Triboot. Triboot. Thank you for your feedback already. You're welcome, bro. Let me just beam my feedback to your brain real quick. Holy fucking high end. Oh my gosh. Batman with it, come let's get it. Batman got it. Batman with it, come let's get it. Batman with it, come let's get it. Come spaghetti. Come biscotti. Come spaghetti. Come spaghetti.
Let's get it, come let's get it.
Come, let's get it. Come, let's get it. Come, let's
Okay.
Come, let's get it. Come, let's get it.
Oh! Wait, hold up. I'm torn on this. All right. Okay, we're on Psytrance now. Wow. Oh, sick, dude. Okay, intro. Wait, what did you even ask for feedback for? For mixing. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're just commenting on the mixing today. Yeah, you're mixing. Everything's distorted as fuck. It's overblown. It's just... It's hard to judge mixing when the master is this fucking loud. Turn down the mastering first. Number one. All your basses are, like, in a fight for attention. You have, like, a fucking... You have a growl bass, like, doing quarters or some shit. It's fighting for, like, the highs, the mids, the stereo wideness. You have a sustain that's doing the same fucking thing, and then you have, like, a machine gun bass. You have, like, 3 basses fighting for attention in this drop. Oh, you have, like, another one. You have, like, this... And then you have a fucking, like, a siren going... Wah, 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 wah. You need to learn how to layer properly. That's what this means. When it comes to layering, you mainly want, like, think of like a dominant bass, a secondary bass, and like something for the back that gives stereo, that is like supporting. You can choose which one is which. It should be the one that has the best sound that you think fits, the most high end, the best low end, the more consistent low end, I guess. You can't have all 3 at the same time. So for the bass that you choose to be your like main bass, the one that has like the low end and sits in the front of the mix, you want that one to be relatively dry, stereo, of course. Your secondary bass is going to be sitting in the back, so it's going to be high pass. It's going to be occupying a different area of the frequency spectrum. So if your mid bass, your main bass, is heavy in the mids or has a lot of highs, you're going to try to take a place that it's not using as much. So if it takes a lot of highs, you're going to try and make it more prominent in the mids. Also depends on what kind of timbre the bass is. If your main bass is really noisy, then your secondary bass should be something that is really distinct and really resonant, because that can stand out a lot easier. And your third bass, which is like your background layer, I guess is a better way to put it, should be really stereo and should mostly sit in the mid and mid highs. But you want them to also have proper loud loudness. You want to gain stage them properly so they're not all too loud, because when you start filtering things out, like filtering at the low end, it's going to make it look like it's quieter. But all that's saying is that that's the true loudness of the high end that really matters. So you don't want to make them all the same loudness post EQ. Just mix it to where you can hear the main bass comfortably, but the other basses are supporting and filling that space that you want. Your sub bass is a mess. I don't know what rhythm it's playing. It's just kind of there floating around. It sounds like a Reese bass. It sounds like you have a like a detuned unison low end. Like you have like a bunch of squares or something, and you have unison on it, has like 7 voices, some shit. And you kept the wideness on, but then you looked on YouTube on how to make music, and some guy was like, yeah, you need to make the mono, the sub mono. So you put a little filter on that cuts off the width of the low end, when in reality you could just make the sub one voice. It would already be mono, and it would sound better in a million ways. The sub bass is completely disconnected from all the other basses. I don't know what it's doing. Like, is it part of the quarter note bass? Is it part of the sustain? Is it part of the gun bass? Tell me. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It makes the song really confusing, and you better be damn well proud that your drums are saving your ass, because I would not know how to headbang to this. If this was any more of a complicated drum pattern, I would fucking have a seizure on the floor and die. Do you have hi-hats? I can't tell if you have hi-hats. If you have cymbals at all. Like, I don't hear a crash. I don't hear a hi-hat. I don't hear nothing. It's just all just fucking noise. Another important part about making a drop is having dynamics. I've said this like 2 times today. You don't have to have the entire drop be fucking loud. Adding parts of silence is good. Adding parts that don't blow your ears out are good. It shouldn't even be like a thing to talk about. Use silence as an instrument. Silence is the hardest instrument to play because you can't play it. It all has to do with how you arrange your song and what parts you want to shine and what parts you don't. It's like breathing. Are you fucking constantly inhaling? No, you're not. You're exhaling too. You're not a fucking 6-cylinder engine, bro. You can't just intake air all day. This vocal was annoying me a lot. I appreciate this part, but the mixing is pretty trash. Your kick sounds like it's rumbly, but not in a good way. It sounds like a kick that you stretched with some kind of stretching algorithm, and the low end is all fucked because of it. The transient of the kick is fucked. It's like no impact, it's just low end. And then you have like 2 basses layered of each other. It just makes the low end clip like shit, and it sounds fucking terrible. Yeah, you need to, final notes, you need to learn how to layer things. Look up some like layering bass tutorials. I myself don't mean to brag, but I have a little video about layering basses on my Patreon that you can look at. So if you're interested in being good, a good boy, then go on that. Learn how to layer basses like a real man. Okay, that's all I have for feedback on this one. So thank you for submitting. Hope that wasn't too harsh. This next guy, Sashi Mix, I have a little thing in the form that says what your name on Patreon is, and they said no. Love it. How many years have you been producing? Cave bedroom kick slider. What does that even mean? Wait, what? I just copied the same link. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. The roast is too good, I can't. Do you guys like it when I mean? As hard as your UK and German mates? What does that mean, brother? Oh my fucking gosh. Fuck. Is this like a sound effect library demo? Oh, I know, I'm just kidding. You said they were hard. This synth, I can't. Okay, your main drum loop, it's like the kick and that clap. Your clap is like smacking my ears, like really loud, but it only happens a few times. I think it's like you probably have something on the master, like a limiter that has a really long release or some shit, or long attack or something. Because I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's like when the sub hits. The sub hits, and then when the clap plays after that, it's quiet. So it sounds like it's a limiter thing happening. Just, if you have a limiter, just turn the release and attack down. And, yeah, my feedback on this, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what style you're going for. It just sounds like a drum loop over a bunch of other drum loops, like an amen break. The sub comes in and kind of plays off of the kick of the main loop. And it just seems like random assortments of loops that come in and they go. Dude, the fucking... Oh, dude, that lead. What the fuck is that shit? That's so fucking goofy. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't like pitching down very slowly. I don't know. Okay, I think I got it. Arrangement is really bad. Arrangement is pretty fucking bad. I think you need to learn arrangement basics before you try to make a song. It just sounds like loops over loops, and you're playing random sounds, and that fucking synth comes in, and it just makes me want to laugh. There's no intro in the song. There's no verse or chorus in it. There's no breakdown. There's no outro. The song doesn't progress. It sounds like it's the same loop playing. Where's the progression? Where's it going? Is it going to be more rhythm? Are we going to go faster? Are we going to go slower? Are we going to go up? Are we going to go down in volume, in pitch, in anything? There's no progression in this. What you should do, if you want to have progression, make the kick start later. You kind of have a progression here. You have like your kick loop thing here, and then the 808 comes in and the synth comes in. You need to be more intentional with it. If you have an intro, make it a bit slower. Make it emptier. So you're just kind of implying the rhythms. You're not adding everything in yet. Your verse or chorus could be something more melodic. So you could have that little synth fucking thing come in and have a little like sound sampling demo shit happen. And then you have like a small build up, so you're kind of making it your audience have anticipation for what's coming next. So you could reverb that out, you could take away layers of effects, or you do the opposite. You get the kick go faster and faster and faster, and then pause for a second, and then you have the main drop. Then your drop would come, you have your 808, your main synths come in. You could have the synth come in or some shit, add more layers, and then you like the outro, you just kind of repeat it. Like you have the intro, build up everything again. But there's no arrangement to this, there's no progression. That's why it sounds so bad. It's kick synth and lots of automation. The automation doesn't sound like it's doing anything though, because then there would be progression. Adding filters or something. You can have a low pass on this drum beat, on the amen breaks, whatever loops you have. You can have it sweep up and do something cool. You need to learn basic arrangements. Because this is not good. I'm sorry. It's just simply not good. What is your favorite part of the song? Can you even name what part of the song you like the most? What is the part of the song you think people will like the most? In general, what parts of the song do you think people like the most? Do you think they like the part where it's the chorus, where that has that big anticipation and it blows up and it's like nice and melodic? Do you think people generally like a chorus over, say, the intro? Generally, like in music in general. That's the result of good arrangement and building up anticipation and making a tense moment into like a big, bright, intense moment. Yeah, that's the biggest flaw in this song, like by far. There's nothing else. As far as mixing Sound Design, there's not even really anything to say about that. Everything's so bare bones. I can't give feedback on it. You just have loops. Your 808 is just an 808. What kind of sound design advice can I give to that? I don't really know. Your mastering, I guess, is fine. You just turn down the release and attack on the compressor or limiter, whatever you're using. Your mixing honestly wasn't even bad. But again, you had very bare bones stuff. It's not like it's going to be hard to mix a drum and an 808. Like, you can only fuck up so hard. And to me, it sounded fine. So, your synth sounded fine. It wasn't too loud or anything. But damn, your arrangement is really bad. So funny enough, I actually have a video on arrangements and ways you can get better at them. It's more towards beginners, so this would be perfect for you. So if you go on my Patreon, you can go and look at that video and know how to make better arrangements. Add a progression, have an impact, get an emotional reaction by listeners. Like, you get them to have a stank face, make them sad, make them cry, make them happy, make them sad, whatever. But, yeah. That's all to say for this one. But thank you for submitting. I hope that helps. We have DJ Transponder. You wanted feedback for other? When you put other, you should tell me what you want feedback on, because then I won't really know. I'll play this, just tell me what you meant by other.
It's a real bitch birthday.
Just grill me? Okay.
What you tryna do tonight? Don't matter, we in first place. Look. I'm throwing some ass tonight, running up a bag tonight. I'm so greedy, bratty, freaky, got a big girl appetite. I like that good shit, she like that hood shit. And my bourgeois bitches, they turn up, oh my goodness.
Those vocals are mono as fuck.
And it's like that, and the kitty so that it bite back. It's my birthday, and I'm on one.
Happy birthday.
So fat, you can hold some. All the night, sending shots, rip us out for the plot. And if I hate and hope forgot, oh bitch, we everything you know. 'Cause it's a real bitch birthday. What you tryna do tonight? Don't matter, we in first place. You make her real, like I wanna pay. Bring your whole crew tonight. The car service on the way.
This entire song sounds really Darrow.
Big B-Day energy. It's a motherfucking holiday just for me. It's my birthday. That and those and these. I get what I want when I want. It's my birthday. He like spending on bitch, I make the money look sweet. It's my birthday. That might look good. Say I don't. I wish a bitch would. What? Oh God. Bumper heavy, fly and feet in a go yard. What a blood clot. Pose off. Girl, you look too good in your birthday suit. When this song come on, get loose. See the birthday girl. Point and shoot. You shining, baby, look at you. Cause it's a real bitch birthday. What you tryna do tonight?
Okay, this is a bit long.
Don't matter, we in first place. You make a real nigga wanna pay. Bring your whole crew tonight. The car service on the way. Happy birthday. Go on, girl, it's your birthday. 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 'Cause it's a real bitch.
Oh, good fill. Okay. Something sounds really Why? Something sounds weird in the song. It sounds like it's really low quality. I'm gonna look at it in FL Studio real quick. It just sounds.
Tonight.
Yeah, it's like low quality. Is this like a low quality MP3 file or something?
Tonight. Bag tonight, I'm so greedy, bratty, freaky, got a big girl appetite. I like that good shit. She like that hood shit. And my bourgeois bitches, they turn up. Oh my goodness. Oh bitch, it's my birthday and it's like that. And
Yeah, it like cuts off at like.
bag tonight, I'm so greedy, bratty, freaky, got a big girl appetite. I like that good shit.
The high end sounds really weird. It sounds like data compression.
Bag tonight, I'm so greedy, bratty, freaky, got a big girl appetite. Little bitch birth tonight. The car service on the way.
Okay. Well, it probably is that. Yeah, I'm waiting on SoundCloud text, so it is a quality problem. That's weird. Well, onto like the main mix and everything.
Freaky got a
This is pretty good overall.
oh bitch sweet.
I think as far as the idea of this song, it is generic. It doesn't have anything interesting for me to remember it, for it to stand out. Having a memorable song is really important. It sounds just like a generic arrangement. At least there is an arrangement, you know. You have some nice call and response. You have the horns coming in, blah, blah, and then eighth note pattern bass thing.
First place. You make her real, not her wanna pay.
I think your mixing is really meh. Like nothing stands out. It's not bad, but this is below par mixing.
Bring your whole crew to
When you're making drum and bass, you want your drums to really snap and hit really hard. It makes your drums sound like they are a loop and you like stretch them. That's what it sounds like to me, or they're just a really low quality loop or something. You need to have better drums. I think if you just find a better pack of drums, that would just do you good. There's tons of new packs coming out. Fucking Noisia came off a pack. They did like a pack with a Splice or some shit. Mefuse, like literally any of the big drum bass producers, they all have a lot of packs and drums they can use, or just look how to make your own. I mean, it's always a choice.
the way.
But your kick just is very uninteresting. Doesn't really hit. It feels really outdated too. Your clap snare thing does not sound snappy. It sounds really underwhelming. It sounds like just noisy. Really old school. One thing I noticed about this song, just an overall thing, is it sounds really mono. I said that at the beginning, it sounds really like a mono track. But for some reason, your lows sound stereo. They sound kind of like wider than your rest of your song. I'm not sure why. Okay, so your vocals. This is a very vocal centric song. You're doing like a mashup of some rapper. I don't know who they are. You're doing a mashup of a rapper. They are gonna have a lot of vocals with the entire song. I'll get into why that's important later. But because the vocals are so important in the song, it's not just ad-libs. They're the focal point of the song. You want them to be nice and wide and be like the main thing you listen to, the main thing you're hearing. So they should have reverb, they should have delay, they should feel like they're nice and big. Backing vocals are also important too. Giving the right proper backing vocals, harmonizing. Sometimes they come with them, sometimes they don't. Depends on how you ripped it. If you use like an AI thing, they should already have the back vocals with it. When you're using like a delay on vocals, try using a ping pong delay so that it bounces back from left to right. So I feel like it's taking up more space.
Kitty
think it's decently loud. The reason why having a rap song track is so important is because you have to make your arrangement around the vocals. So in rap, I'm sure you know that the entire song is basically the person rapping. Like, you have a whole 3 minutes of them just saying whatever. All right? And your approach to this is you're like basically splitting gaps between their rap segments for your drop. And your drop sounds cool, but it's slightly disrupting the flow. So this sounds good. But she's still rapping here. She's still singing. This is like an intense part of the vocal. I think you should extend the drum bass part, the heavy bass and everything to this section too. Even for the intro part, I think you can kind of bring that drum bass feel in there with the bass, just not as intense as the drop would be. That bass here, that's playing like the 8th notes, I think could be made a lot better. It sounds very, like there's not a lot of movement in it. It sounds very static. Yeah, there's no movement. It doesn't feel like it's fading in or out or anything. Nothing cool. It just sounds like a holding note thing. Very awkward sounding. I think you could make a way better sound.
Your whole crew tonight. Just for me, it's my birthday. That and those and these. Hey.
Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to judge the mix because it's like low quality or something. But takeaway from this is arrange your track with it being a rap song in mind. You should have a similar arrangement as a rap song. So that way it doesn't feel like she's rapping really intensely, but the song is dying down. Your drums need to be changed. Like, your drums sound so outdated. I think that's mostly with the sampler you're using, but yeah, they're super outdated, not good. Just bad. They sound bad.
It's a motherfucking holiday just for me. It's my birthday. That and those.
Some references, just look up the Caracol Project or Mefuse or Noisia. Look at their more modern songs. Even Cohen Sound, their more modern stuff sounds really snappy. Skanking Bass is also a good place to look at drum bass stuff.
The car service on the way.
Yeah, that's all the feedback I have for you. So thank you for submitting. Huge dub. Alright, this is the last one. Triboot. This guy already submitted, didn't they? Whatever. Just give quick feedback on this and then I'll head out. So thank you all for chilling with me. Look at my Patreon for stuff. I do streams on Saturday too. I do production videos. Also, I do single packs every month. I just released one. I like how unlocked this is. Oh. Holy bro step. Oh. Nice. That was definitely better than the other version, or the other song you sent. I still think you're having trouble with the same things though. A lot of layering issues. Like, here the layers are just super messy. Like, you have a lead there that is supposed to be in the main bass, but it's drowning from all the other layers you have on top. Yeah, your mastering is too loud as well. Yeah, that's all I have for that feedback. That concludes this feedback stream. So thank you everybody that submitted, and thank you for staying and watching and having good times with. Yeah, I stream Saturdays 5 p.m. EST, so check that out. Also check out my Patreon for content that I do. For next feedback stream, I'll be streaming next Wednesday 5 p.m. EST. I do this every week. So thank y'all. I also have a Discord if you want to join that, and we can chat. So yeah, that's all.